My name is Olivia Lowery. I'm a senior attorney at Blood Law, and I'm licensed in North and South Carolina. I am primarily based out of our Fort Mill office in South Carolina. Today, we're going to be talking about fault-based divorce, which is something that is pretty unique to South Carolina and unlike what we have in North Carolina. So as you might know, in North Carolina, you have to be separated for a full year before you can file for divorce. North Carolina does not have any fault-based divorce, just the one-year separation. South Carolina does have fault-based divorce based on 4 different types of scenarios that may have happened. One is adultery. So if your partner or you have committed adultery, either of you is actually able to file for fault-based divorce. That can get you divorced in 90 days rather than having to wait a full year. The second ground for fault-based divorce in South Carolina is what is called habitual drunkenness or drug use. This is if your partner either suffers from alcoholism, has been drinking a lot around you, and essentially it's caused your life to be very difficult, very challenging, and it's affected your marriage. And so just like adultery, how you can file the fault-based divorce and get divorced in 90 days rather than the full year, is the same way for habitual drunkenness. And the third one is physical cruelty. So if your partner has been abusive towards you physically, you can get a quick divorce. And this is really good for those victims of domestic abuse because you don't have to wait that full year to get divorced. You can petition to the court, show the court the proof that you have for the physical cruelty that's happened, and your divorce can go through a lot quicker. Even if none of the fault bases apply to you, you can still get divorced by waiting the full year of separation. And so that just means that you and your spouse have to be separated physically for a full year before your divorce can be granted. Now, there is something called, resuming the marital bed. Isolated instances of resuming the marital bed, aka, sleeping with your spouse again, doesn't necessarily restart the full year separation, but it is best to just not even bother with that. If you're going to separate from your spouse, stay separated the full year or proceed under a fault-based divorce in South Carolina. A lot of clients who are going through divorce, whether it's fault-based or just the full year separation, have asked, do I need to have an attorney to file for fault-based divorce? And while you don't need an attorney, it is highly recommended that you obtain one just so you make sure that all of the filings are correct, that you know what your burden of proof to meet is when you end up in court having to prove those fault-based divorce allegations. So it is highly recommended that you do. And here at Blood Law, we are certainly ready to proceed with filing for fault-based divorce or even divorce based on 1 year separation whenever you're ready to do so.